Hi, everybody. It's Anne Newgarden, author of Adventures of a Soul and other books. I just wanted to give a little explanation to something that a few people have asked me about recently, and that is, what is the difference between mediumship, which I write about in both of my books, and channeling, which I write a little bit about in Adventures of a Soul, but which I am going to be writing about in much more detail in a forthcoming book. So mediumship and channeling share some things in common. In both cases, a person is acting as a medium or a vessel through which another being or group of beings, often it's a large collective, are speaking. But with mediumship, it is a dead person that is speaking through the medium, whereas with channeling, that term tends to be applied to a higher level being speaking through an individual, or a higher level collective of beings. They are often things like angelic entities, or higher dimensional beings, spirit guides, or even extraterrestrials or extraterrestrial collectives. It's a really fascinating thing, channeling. If you know me, you probably know I'm a little bit obsessed with it. I got really interested in channeling a little bit before COVID, and I discovered a program called They Call Us Channelers that's on YouTube. And a British journalist called Kevin Moore had gone around the world interviewing channelers and letting them channel. And so all during COVID, I watched those interviews and channelings, and that sort of started my obsession with channelers and channeling. I just find it fascinating because I find the information that is given by channelers to be just unlike any information that you can get any other way. It's just such a high-level overview of what's going on the planet, of how reality works, of just all kinds of stuff. I actually did read the Seth books, or some of them, when I was younger. You may know Jane Roberts. She was a famous channel who started working during the 1960s and 70s, channeling an entity called Seth. And that was one of the first times I was exposed to channeling. But there are just so many more people doing that now. There's even an event that I would love to go to sometime called the Channel Panel. It's usually in Sedona, I think, although it may be in other places too. But I'm actually gonna live stream it this year. So anyway, that's the difference. Mediumship, again, can be very wonderful when you are wanting to hear from deceased family members or friends or other loved ones, excuse me, but channeling is just sort of a whole other level. So I hope that maybe, if that interests you and you're curious and you haven't really checked out channeling, that you will. There's just so much of it you can find on YouTube. You got to find the ones that resonate with you. There are many different types of channelers. They channel a lot of different types of information. Sometimes what channelers channel is contradictory, but that is a conversation for another time. Okay, talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.